You're watching Cardinals Today by Chat Sports, and we have a very special NFL Draft show for you Cardinals fans with the number 3 pick. I'm your host, Joey O'Donohue. Welcome in. I've got the top 5 draft targets to monitor for the Arizona Cardinals with that top 3 pick. I think you're going to like a lot of these names because this could be a real difference maker. This could start to change things around for the Cardinals. Whether they go offense or defense, I've got the top 5 targets for you on today's show. I would like to point out the Cardinals' biggest needs here before we start talking about who to draft. I think offensive line should be towards the top of their priorities, okay? Under center, quarterback's not necessarily figured out yet. Well, whoever it is, they're going to need protection. The Cardinals giving up some of the most sacks in the NFL. Running back, I think just because of injuries, I like James Conner and what he's done. Trey Benson has some explosiveness to him, but both of them got hurt last year. I think running back could be a viable target here. Linebacker, I like what Cody Simon did as a rookie, but you could also always use some help at that area, especially off ball. Quarterback, it is not figured out yet, folks. That is a team need currently for the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler, I don't think he's awful, but there is an element of his game that is one-dimensional. It can't be understated. Finally, you could always use an extra piece in the secondary, especially if they can't re-sign Jalen Thompson or some of their free agents. But you tell me your pick in the comments section. What is the biggest need for the Arizona Cardinals this offseason? The number 1 position group you want the Cardinals to target. You tell me before I get into my draft targets for the Cardinals. Let's start with number 5. I'm putting Caleb Downs on this list just because of the type of prospect that he is, because of the talent that Downs is out of The Ohio State University. He's versatile. He does it all. He is a physical tackling safety. Look at that, 68 tackles, but he's also got a sack and a couple interceptions and a couple forced fumbles. As a safety prospect, you don't see a guy like Caleb Downs every year. And so just because of that, and like I said, the possibility that the Cardinals need some help in the secondary this year, don't sleep on his coverage stats. All right, in 14 games, quarterback rating against him is 47.9. 4 passes broken up. Great tackler, one-on-one with opposing running backs. I trust Caleb Downs to make the tackle. He really can do it all. And to my point, if Jalen Thompson doesn't re-sign, you get Downs. You get him with that top 3 pick. You don't let him slip by the wayside, all right? That's my opinion on Downs. I know it's a little high for a safety, but I had to put him on my list of targets just because of the type of player that he is, being a physical, excellent tackler at the safety position. Let's go to number 4. Let's put Jeremiyah Love on the Cardinals draft targets list, okay? Same sort of deal here. Is running back a little high to go top 5? Absolutely. But some examples, Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott. You got to know you got your guy for taking a running back that high. And, seems like Love might be that guy. He's the second best prospect on Mel Kiper's big board. He's got vision, burst, power, speed, everything you could ask for, and receiving yards upsides. Look at that, right? 27 receptions, 280 yards, 21 total touchdowns for Jeremiyah Love, and he's done it for a couple years in a row here now. It's been phenomenal to watch the Notre Dame running back go to work, and the reason I bring him up because the Cardinals' run game has some concerns here. They were 31st in rushing yards last season, and this was with Drew Petzing, who people say is a creative run game schemer. That clearly was not the case in Arizona, and he was a very poor offensive coordinator. But that is the positive they try to say about Petzing. That's why he's in Detroit now. They think he can unleash the run game. We didn't see that last year. But that's my point, is it didn't work. With a guy that's supposed to be run heavy, it just simply wasn't at all. They were second to last in the league. And then you got James Conner, who, we like a lot in Arizona, but he's 30 years old now. He's had a lot of injuries in his career, not just with the Steelers, but also last year, missed 14 games. And then Trey Benson missed 13 games, right? You're not going to rely on DeMarcado again, are you? And so if there's going to be concerns in that running back room, and Jeremiyah Love is the prospect that I'm told he could be, take that swing. That's why I've got him on this list. But those aren't the top 3, okay? Those are 5 and 4 on my prospects here for you guys. Coming up, I'm going to give you the top 3 for the Cardinals at pick number 3. But we're in a sub-battle right now, okay? of the channels that have hit over 1,000 subscribers, which thank you guys to that, we're losing the race to 2,000. Chargers now, maybe it's because they just got McDaniel. They've gained 200 new subs, folks. And even the Panthers fans are showing up and showing out. I believe in the Cardinals fans. If you are a diehard, and it's totally free to hit that subscribe button, I'm going to have multiple videos a week about the Arizona Cardinals. And once we get 2,000 subscribers, we can make even more videos for you guys. Maybe this is a daily thing at some point if you guys hit that sub button. So would appreciate if you could help us beat the other fan bases, Cardinals fans, and tap that subscribe button. Top 3 now. Fernando Mendoza should be a draft target for the Arizona Cardinals. I love what I saw from the Hoosier. Now, this would probably require trading up. I understand all of that, but Mendoza, what a season. The Heisman Trophy winner, a national championship winner, 41 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, crowned it off with the natty for the Hoosiers. But like I said, the Raiders seem pretty keen on getting this guy. So this would have to be a trade, folks, to get the number 1 overall pick. And all of a sudden, with Dante Moore not declaring for the NFL Draft, that pick is worth so much more than you think it is to get Mendoza. So I try to be realistic here. And I know it might seem like a big haul, but the Raiders, they're in search of a quarterback more than anything right now. Kyler's in trade rumors. What if you call up Vegas and say, hey, we'll trade you Kyler Murray, a guy that could be a quarterback for you guys, a bridge quarterback even perhaps. We'll move up 2 spots. Cardinals go to number 1. Raiders go to 3. And we throw in a 3rd rounder. Is that not at least enticing for Las Vegas? And I really do think Mendoza could be the guy. I mean, he's the only quarterback in this draft. The only one. The fall off from Mendoza to the rest of the class is a substantial gap. The 6'5" Fernando Mendoza, I love his post-game interviews. I love his passion for the game. He's more mobile than anybody thought. You saw him make plays with his legs, get out of trouble, run touchdowns in. He takes a lot of hits, too. Toughness is underrated with this guy. Would love to see him wear red again next year in an Arizona Cardinals uniform. But you tell me your thoughts on that in the comments section, because it would be quite a haul to get that pick. But with the quarterback uncertainty, it's got to be a target for Arizona. Top 2 now. This is a pick that I think a lot of analysts have Arizona taking at number 3, and that is Francis Mauigoa, the tackle from Miami. The guy is a true mauler, excels in run blocking and pass blocking. His overall PFF grade, 83.6. I mean, like I said, with the question marks at quarterback and running back, a good offensive line can turn any prospect in the NFL into mediocre to great. That's the recipe for success in today's league. Look at the Colts. I mean, their offensive line's phenomenal. Jonathan Taylor has some of the best stats in league history in the past couple of years. And Daniel Jones all of a sudden is serviceable. Phillip Rivers can start a game for them because they've got their O-line figured out. You know what I'm saying? The Bears revamped their O-line, got a new coach. Caleb looks better. We want the Cardinals to follow that same recipe. And you're going to need the best offensive lineman in this draft if that's going to be a possibility. Only allowed 2 sacks, by the way, did Mauigoa. So because of his versatility, and by the way, I say a lot of analysts have the Cardinals taking Mauigoa. Mel Kiper just put out a mock draft and said the Cardinals are going to take him at number 3. I like the idea of that. Offensive line should be a priority in today's league. You're telling me he's the best one in the draft? Maybe it's Spencer Fano. You know, some analysts are split on that. I think it's Mauigoa because he has the lowest floor. Like, he is a safe pick, true mauler. My target, number 2 for Arizona. Let's round off our list. If you made it to the end of the video, you are a real one. Number 1. I think a prospect like Arvell Reese could help change this defense that struggled significantly in 2025. Take a look at some of his numbers over his career. You want to talk about a guy that does everything? Arvell Reese is one of those guys. I mean, 10 tackles for loss last season, 6.5 sacks, all right? Right, they moved him to edge rusher. But he also can play off-ball linebacker, which I think the Cardinals could use another piece there. Okay, he's got great instincts. Burst. He's a guy that you just, as a talent, if he falls to number 3, if the Jets don't take him at 2, which a lot of people think they will, it's hard to pass up on him. 23 pressures last year as well, 69 tackles. Maybe pair him with our other rookie Ohio State linebacker, Cody Simon, right? Could be a dangerous combination. Be interesting to see where the Cardinals actually play him. They've got a lot of old talent on the D-line up front, but Reece can do it both. Excellent burst. Could he play edge rusher too? And so I just think as a prospect and a team that needs defensive help, love Arvell Reese for the Cardinals if he falls to 3. You pick your favorite in the comments section. Who do you like of my top 5 Cardinals draft targets? If you like Arvell Reese, type 1. Mauigoa, type 2. Mendoza, type 3. Love, type 4. And finally, Caleb Downs, type 5. You let me know in the comments section. Get a number going down there, or tell me who you want the Cardinals to draft if I didn't mention your pick. Also, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we want to be able to make more Cardinals videos for you guys. I really do love doing this, hopping on, talking ball about the desert. So hit the subscribe button so we can beat the other channels, all right, and keep getting ours out there for you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.